Welcome to Table for 92. Element number 49, indium. It's number 49 because it has exactly 49 protons within its nucleus. For indium, we're cooking up some sächsische Sauerbraten, or Saxon Sauerbraten, because indium was discovered in Freiburg, the heart of Saxony in eastern Germany. Germany has been home to many great scientists, and 11 of the naturally occurring elements were discovered in Germany. And Sauerbraten is known as the national dish of Germany. It's a wonderful roast served with potato and a rich gravy and red sauerkraut, and of course, a nice Pilsner. So indium has some weird properties. It is the softest non-alkali metal on the table. Those alkali metals are all pretty soft and are, for the most part, non-toxic, so you can actually chew it. I was thinking about trying it out, but I'm not going to do that. I want a nice clean palate for the Sauerbraten. Indium is not found in any foods, nor does it have any known biological role in the human body, so that's why I'm making the sächsische Sauerbraten, and because, well, you know, it's delicious. So the discovery of indium is one of those times where science and coincidence coincide. The guys who found it were not actually trying to find a new element. They were looking for one that had recently been discovered. So this all really started with the invention of the spectroscope. It's a machine that allows you to observe the spectral lines that represent different elements. The spectroscope was invented by Gustav Kirchhoff and Robert Bunsen. Bunsen, yep, the dude from the Bunsen burner, in 1859. Same year that Charles Darwin released the theory of evolution by means of natural selection, so pretty good year for science. Basically, a spectroscope has a burner, a Bunsen burner, that burns a sample of whatever you're studying. The light given off the flame then enters into a telescope that is focused in a darkened wooden box to a prism that separates the colored lines like a rainbow. This is seen through another telescope on the other side of the box. At least that's what they did back then. Nowadays, you know, we have way more sophisticated ones, but back in 1859, this was a huge advancement. It showed that every element had its own distinctive, singular spectrum. This was huge, and Bunsen and Kirchhoff knew it. Like kids, though, with a new toy, they started analyzing everything they could get their hands on in their lab, going through all the known metals in row 1 and 2 of the periodic table, and then just like random stuff like cigar ash. But within a short amount of time, they discovered cesium and rubidium. Thankfully, though, Bunsen and Kirchhoff didn't keep their new invention to themselves. They presented their findings, and every hardcore chemist in the world started building their own spectroscopes in order to find new elements. A couple years later, an English chemist, William Crookes, discovered thallium using a spectroscope that displays itself with a bright green line. A couple years after that, at the Freiburg School of Mining and Technology, a chemist named Ferdinand Reich wanted to use the new spectroscope to try and also find thallium in zinc ores from the nearby mines of Freiburg. Freiburg in Saxony has been the heart of German mining industry for a long time, and today they have arguably the best mineral collections in the world in their museum. But unfortunately for Reich, he was colorblind, so he asked a colleague, Hieronymus Richter, for help. Wow, Ferdinand Reich and Hieronymus Richter, those are extremely German names. Like I said before, they weren't trying to find a new element, but hey, most of the great scientific discoveries are accidents. So looking at the spectral lines from the Saxon zinc ore, Richter didn't see that spectral line of green, but instead a bright line of indigo, showing something very different, and immediately they hypothesized they had a new element. And that's where the name indium would come from, the color indigo. There are actually quite a few elements named after their colors on the spectrum. I find this very interesting though, like I wouldn't identify the color indigo so specifically and so easily. Indigo is one of those colors of the rainbow between blue and violet, but it's just such a specific color. I don't know. I just find that really interesting. They were so definitive with the color Hieronymus Richter saw. And of course, Ferdinand Reich was colorblind, so it was really Richter behind the name. But I just love the momentum of discoveries. Like, it just snowballs so quickly. Like, spectroscopes are invented. Within a few years, a bunch of these missing pieces on the periodic table are filled in, some on purpose, some by accident, but all because of the invention of the Bunsen burner. The next year, they were able to extract 1 kilo of the stuff from like 2 tons of zinc ore. So soon after this, Richter was on a trip to Paris and went around telling everybody that he was the sole discoverer of indium, who, remember, was just helping out his colorblind friend in this discovery. Yeah, word got back to Reich, who was pretty pissed. So yeah, the two never worked together again. Yeah, not cool, Hieronymus. Not cool. Even though indium was a huge discovery, it would be quite a while until it actually found some uses. But today, we not only use it, but touch it every day. Most indium used today is made into indium tin oxide, which is pretty cool. It conducts electricity, easily bonds to glass, and is clear. So with all those cool properties, it's the ideal material for touchscreens, flat screen TVs, and solar panels. Indium is pretty rare though. It has been found in nature in its pure state, but that's like extremely rare. Almost all of the indium we get out of the earth today comes from the byproduct of zinc mining. It's the 64th most abundant element in Earth's crust, so pretty far down the list. And remember, if your friend ever asks you to look at a spectroscope for them because they're colorblind, and you accidentally discover a new element, don't go to Paris and take all the credit. Not cool, man. Thank you. See you next time. This is a cool show, right? You like this show? Just click that subscribe button. Just clickety click.